The attack is sending oil prices soaring, surging past $100 a barrel after word of the strike. Officially at war, Russian President Vladimir Putin authorized a military operation in Ukraine overnight. Ukraine's president says the government will provide arms to citizens in need and has asked NATO allies for help. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest now from Washington.
Ukraine under attack, with Russian tanks crossing into the country from neighboring Belarus and other borders. Sirens wailing and explosions heard in major cities. The aftermath of shelling on civilian and military infrastructure. Dozens of Ukrainian soldiers reportedly killed by Russian airstrikes and missile strikes, and reports of deaths in the Odessa region of Ukraine.
Russia has attacked Ukraine. This is a brutal act of war.
Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the attack on state TV in Russia, claiming it's intended to protect civilians. The White House will announce new sanctions to punish the Kremlin for its actions. President Biden condemning Russia, saying President Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of life and human suffering.
Innumerable missiles and bombs have been...
World leaders are demanding Putin to fully withdraw his troops from Ukraine, also promising harsh sanctions against Russia. During an emergency meeting, members of the United Nations Security Council pleaded for peace.
At the exact time as we are gathered in the council seeking peace, Putin delivered a message.
He made a decision for a special military operation in the Donbass.
The Russian president declared a war on the record. Should I play the video of your president?
Ukraine's president declaring martial law with long lines of cars, people trying to flee to safety, Ukrainians withdrawing money from ATMs and grocery shopping while they can. The U.S. continuing to vow support and reassure NATO allies. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Local Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has released this statement on the attack in Ukraine. I condemn the Russian government's brutal and illegal war against Ukraine. 2 days ago, I visited with our Lithuanian allies to coordinate our efforts against Russian aggression. I was struck by their gratitude to the United States and this administration for our resolve and a cooperative spirit that values and does not denigrate our NATO allies. Former President George W. Bush released this tweet saying, Russia's attack on Ukraine constitutes the gravest security crisis on the European continent since World War II. I join the international community in condemning Vladimir Putin's unprovoked and unjustified invasion of Ukraine. Oil prices have jumped 8% just since the announcement of Russia's attack. KPRC2's Kathy Hernandez continues our team coverage with a closer look at that.
You've been seeing an increase here at the pump for a while now, and now experts say it's going to get worse. According to AAA, the national average for a regular gallon of gas is $3.54. In Texas, it's $3.21. Both are at a 21-cent increase from last month. Here in Houston, it's $3.19, a 26-cent rise from last month.
The global oil supply is still kind of tight. And then you have this uncertainty about what's going to happen with Russia and Ukraine, and that throws a lot of other uncertainty into the mix.
Overnight, U.S. crude futures jumped by 5.24% to nearly $97 a barrel. Brent crude futures were up to more than $102 per barrel. That's the first time since 2014 it has crossed $100. Russia is one of the world's largest oil producers. Some experts fear Russia could cut off natural gas exports in retaliation for sanctions by the U.S. and the European Union. And if that happens, it could increase global demand for oil from other countries. The Biden administration says it would use all tools to keep the gas prices down. It also says it's engaging with other countries to increase production of oil. Reporting in Southwest Houston, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.